Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to talk about a Tableau dashboard. A Tableau dashboard is a dynamic, interactive platform for visualizing and sharing the data insights, composed of individual sheets representing the specified data visualizations. A Tableau dashboard allows the users to compile a cohesive story or analysis. The dashboard layouts provide a canvas where the sheets, images, and other objects can be arranged, and the users can control the layout to create a customized. Filters and parameters can enhance the interactivity, allowing the users to dynamically explore and manipulate the data. Actions enable connections between these different sheets, promote a seamless user experience. Annotations and titles provide the context, while the responsive design ensures the adaptability to various screen sizes. Once created, Tableau dashboards can be published to the Tableau servers or Tableau Online, facilitating the easier sharing and collaboration. In summary, the Tableau dashboard offers a powerful means of visually presenting and analyzing the data, which fosters a more intuitive understanding of complex data sets. Some of the components of Tableau dashboards are the sheets, in which the individual canvases for creating the visualizations are there. Then we have dashboard layouts, where the customizable canvas for arranging the sheets and the objects is termed as the dashboard layout. It also includes the objects like text, images, and web contents. Then we have the filters, which are basically the dynamic for focusing on the specific data subset. Then we have the parameters, which is user controlled input for changing the calculations and fields. Then we have actions, which is interactivity between the sheets for a seamless user experience. We have annotations, which are added context to text, lines, and shapes. We also have the titles and captions and other sizing and layout options present in the tab dashboard. So we will see the basic items that are present in the Tableau dashboards one by one. So we already have the various items that are present in the tab dashboard over here on the left hand side. So what we will do is in the series of lecture, we will study about all of these in more detail. In this session, we will just take a small introduction. So let's say if you want to create a new dashboard, what would you do? So here we know that the option of new worksheet is there. Just to the right of it, we have this option of creation of new dashboard. Click on the new dashboard option. If you want to create the dashboard, you just have to click on that option. Then a new canvas would appear over here. Now let's say if you want to rename it, you can just go over here, right click, and you will get multiple options such as to rename the dashboard, delete the dashboard. If you want to paste anything over here, you can easily paste it. And if you have just dragged and dropped any visual over here and you just want to duplicate it, you can also duplicate your dashboard. Then if you want to change the color of it, you can also choose this color option and you can choose your desired color. So let's say I want to color it in red, so it would appear just at the bottom part of the dashboard. Now whenever you are creating any new dashboard, the first option that you'll be seeing is this dashboard option on the right. Then we have the second option, which is the layout option. So basically this dashboard option includes the sizing part, the sheets that are present in our whole Tableau profile right now. Then we have this objects. The first option terms as default. Then we have this phone options. Now, what are these two options? So these are basically the device that you have to create your dashboard for. Let's say right now it is set at default. So on the bottom part, it is showing me the size. Right now, what is the size of our canvas? So the size that our canvas has right now is the minimum 420 by 560 and the maximum of 650 by 860. Let's say if you want to just increase or decrease this size, what would you do? The first thing is that you will click over here and then in this range option, you can change the sizes. If you don't want to change the sizes over here, what you can do is you can click over here and you can use this automatic option. This automatic option would allow you to resize the dashboard to fit any screen which it is displayed on. So let's say if you are viewing it on a tablet or a big monitor, so it would resize it automatically. If you don't want to use this automatic option, the next thing that you can do is use fixed sized option. In this fixed size option, we have this fixed size. When we were in the range, we were talking about a minimum and the maximum. But in the fixed size, we define the fixed width and the height of our dashboard so that the whole space is utilized. If I just minimize this part, you can see the right part is right now empty. So in order to utilize the complete part, what you can do is you can increase the width and height as well. So for now, let me keep it as automatic. So you can see whenever I minimize this part, the right part is also utilize. Then we have this phone option. So right now, whatever visualizations I would be just dragging and dropping over here to create a dashboard, it would be created for any device it is previewed on. But let's say I want to create it for phone specifically, not just the desktop. Default basically uses a wide screen and it creates for the desktop. So if you want to create it for phone, so you can select the phone option over here. Then you can see the layout would change more. Right now I'll use this default option only. Then I have this sheets option. This sheets option shows us all the visualizations that I have created. So the sheets that are listed over here, the same sheets would be listed over here. So now let's say if you want to just create a dashboard out of, let's say, two sheets. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to just drag and drop it over here. And this would fit your sheets inside the dashboard. And then I can adjust the size according to my need. So you can see that I can easily drag and drop these. This is because of these two options. The first one is the tile option. The second one is the floating option. Whenever you are using the tile option, whenever you will drag and drop any sheet, it would just try to fit the whole screen, and the other visual would try to occupy the half part. We will talk about these things in more detail in the upcoming sessions. But if you are using these styled options, it will try to snap on this screen. And if you are using the floating option, you can just move it freely anywhere on the screen. Then we also have the multiple options to include these objects. There are a few horizontal containers and vertical containers, which are basically used to store these visualizations. In the container, you can store these visualizations just by just dragging and dropping it on the top of it. Storing means just displaying it like this only. These are present in both the horizontal and vertical size. Then we have the text option, which is used to display the text over here. Then we have the extension options, ask the data option, data story to add an image, adding some blank parts, workflow, web page, navigation. So we'll be looking at the multiple things in the more detailed view. But these are all the additional objects that you can use on your dashboards as well. After that, we have this layout option. This layout option also contains the layout of the sheets that are right now present on your dashboard. To control the layout of these sheets, you can use this layout option. So basically, let's say if you want to increase or decrease the width of any of that particular sheet, you can just select that sheet. And after the selection of the sheet, you can control the height and width from over here. So right now, the height of my dashboard's sheet, so this sheet where the map is showing right now, it shows the height as 270. So let's say instead of 270, I make it as 570. So it would increase the height of that particular visualization. So it is very handy in some cases where you have this limited size and where you know what is the exact size you want to give to your each visual. In that case, you can just select that visual and you can enter the size from over here. It would be very easy for us to use this part as well. Also, we have this position option where it shows the position of a specific visual on the x-axis and the y-axis. So let's say I want to change the x-axis position of this visual and I want to bring this map visual towards the left part. I can change the x-axis position and it would then bring it to this 546 position where 500 gives the x coordinates and 46 is the y coordinate. Then it also shows us whether that particular visual that we are using is tiled or floating. So we have already talked about the tiled and floating over here. So it shows the same thing. And if you don't want to show the title of that specific visual, you can just uncheck it also. It would hide the title of it. If you want to apply the borders or the backgrounds or any kind of padding, we also have the option of that available over here. So we'll be looking at these things as we will be creating some visuals. Whatever things would be used to create those visuals, we will be looking at those one by one. But if you want to apply any kind of borders to your visuals, you can easily do it with the help of these options. You can also provide the colors to your borders to easily identify them. So let's say if I want to apply some blue border, you can see the blue border has now appeared outside my visual. If you also want to apply some padding, you can do this. Padding is basically applied on this border side. If you want to apply it internally, we also have the option of inner padding as well. Now, there's a very important part that whenever you have created any dashboard, what after it? What is the next step that you want to take? So let's say I have created this dashboard. Now the next part would include to either save this, publish this, or send it on the Tableau server. For that, it is very important for us that you should have a Tableau server account. Creating a Tableau Server account is very easy. So over here, if you go in the file option and you go in the manage my profile option, over here you'll be redirected to Tableau Server. There you can easily create your account. After that, whenever you will be needing to save your dashboards, what you can do is either you can click over here to save to Tableau Public as if you are just saving this file in the form of a new file, or just use this save to Tableau Public in order that if you have made any changes over here and just need to save this file. Let's say I use this save to Tableau Public as. Now, if I have already logged in over here, which is basically very free to use, if I have already logged in my Tableau server, it would then give me the indication of save the workbook to Tableau Public. If you have not logged in, it would give you the pop-up in which you can just input your credentials and you can easily log in. Then you can give your workbook title over here and just click on save. After you click on save, it would then take your all data from over here, Tableau Public, and it would save to Tableau Server. The next part would include looking at your data on Tableau Server. So let's say after you have created your dashboard and now you want to look it on the Tableau server, how would it look like? So looking your data on the Tableau server is fairly easy. Whenever you save your data, it would just redirect you and it would also give you the link over here to tell you a bit more about your dashboard. For example, I named my dashboard Netflix dashboard. It would also show your name, and on the right hand side there are multiple other options as well. For example, if you want to edit this, there is an option to edit. If you want to add it as a favorite in your profile, if you want to share it with anybody, if you want to download it, let's say that you have created it and you have already created and saved it on the Tableau server, but now you want to download it as file, because we know Tableau doesn't allow us to save these files locally on the Tableau with the help of Tableau Public. For that, you need to use the Tableau desktop version. So in order to save that dashboard, what you can do is you can click on this download option and it would download the dashboard. Now, there are multiple computations that happen in the Tableau server. So let's say if a user has created a dashboard and if they think there is something very unique about this dashboard and it has made with some unique visualizations, what they can do is they can nominate it for the visualization of the day, where multiple people in the Tableau community create the visualizations daily and they nominate it, and whoever wins gets some additional benefits there. Then we also have the setting option, whether let's say that you want to show this visualization on your profile or not. If I don't want to show it on my profile and still want to keep it as saved, I can just turn off this option. And then this visualization won't be showed on my profile. It would be hidden. It would be hidden, but still you would be able to access it. If you don't want this visualization to get access of any third party user, what you can do is you can uncheck this option as well. In that case, any user won't be able to download it or make a copy of this particular dashboard. If you want to show the sheets of this visualization, you can turn on this option and then it would show you all the sheets that were involved while you created this dashboard. So these are some of the options that you can do on the Tableau server along with the saving of your dashboard. This is fairly very easy when we'll be learning all these things which are required to create the Tableau dashboard. These things would be becoming very easy. So let's finish this session for now. In the next session, we'll be talking about all the components that are involved in creating a Tableau dashboard.